Hey, great to have you with us. I'm Pastor Fred. Hit that subscribe button. It's another video follow through. We're getting ready for Christmas, and how exciting is that? We don't want you to miss any of these follow throughs. And what we're doing is we're following Jesus every day. We're getting into His Word every day. We're living it out every day. And so Isaiah chapter 11 is where we are. Grab your Bibles, and we're going to get after that verse. And I'm wondering, just kind of checking in to see how many Christmas movies you've seen already. Maybe leave a comment or something as to how many you've taken in already. I watched a bunch of them, and it seems like every single movie is about Christmas being in trouble. It's in jeopardy. Like in the movie Elf, for example. There's not enough Christmas spirit. Everybody's just kind of mean and nasty and fighting. And so Santa's sleigh has a little meter, and and the meter's really low, and it's like it's out of gas, and it runs on Christmas spirit. And that's how Santa's going to get all his packages out and all the presents to the boys and girls and all that stuff. But like for God's people, that's how we often feel. Like, where's the Christmas spirit? Like, where is there that source of life? And maybe we look at the people around us and maybe ourselves in our own hearts, and we're like ready to give up. And we're like, okay, yeah, well, why even bother this year? We don't know what's going to happen with everything that's going on. But that's been like typical of what's happened with God's people from the very beginning. And that's really what this Christmas promise is all about. It's like when it looks its darkest, and when things look like it's going to end. And in Isaiah's day that we're looking at, it it was really bleak. And they were dealing with, right, because they all kinds of disaster, because they had like forgotten about God and they had turned their back on Him. But you know what? God never turned His back on them. And He holds out this promise. And here it is in Isaiah 11. He says, there's going to come forth a shoot from the stump of Jesse. So that the image there is like the people of God are just sort of like a stump. And when a stump's there, there used to be a big tree flourishing and strong. And now it's just this little like remnant, right? This little part of what's left. And I have one of these in my yard, like where they cut like almost all of the tree off, but all like almost an entire tree has grown. And that's what he's saying. He's saying there's this little shoot coming up, and a branch from its roots shall bear fruit. And so we're not done. It's not done, especially with Jesus. He came so that even though we feel down, even though we feel like hopeless, and our sin just seems like overwhelming, and Lord, how can we ever get to you? How could we ever like be fruitful in our lives as believers? He's saying, look, I'm here to make that happen. I sent Jesus to come and die for you to make that happen. That's who Jesus is. He is that hope that sprung up in the middle of the darkness, in the middle of the nothingness. When all hope was lost, here He came. And maybe that's how you're feeling right now, like all hope is lost. But it's not. Because Jesus, He already came into our world, into our lives on that first Christmas, went to a cross, suffered and died, and defeated death, defeated hopelessness, if you will, sent it packing. So it doesn't get to win. We get to we're rescued by God. We're forgiven. So that hope is there, and that hope is the gift that we get to give on this Christmas. Let me just tell you, tons of opportunities, tons of folks feeling this way, feeling hopeless. Let's give them the hope of Jesus, right? And I pray that you have that hope yourself. We'll see you next time for another video follow through.